Hello everybody, this is Kashi and Ram here with the group discussion. Talk for the group discussion is that online transactions are good or not. So I'm the favor of that the online transactions are not good, they are bad. And I'm saying this because if we talk about the online transactions, so in the online transaction, it is always fear in a mind that some if the hacker had the phone, so what will happen to all the money? And even the online transaction, we have many of these sets of fears that if the money is stolen or someone hacked our money, so what will happen about our money that we earned by so much hard working, so for that I think that yeah, the online transactions are not good, they are bad. And even we should all try to go to the bank or any other place to, if you want to go to the post office also, so we should go by walking only, as by walking when we go, or in the car also, so it is very bad for us, and even we just become fit, and even it's good for our health. Hello everyone, my name is Asta Gupta and today I'm in the favor of online transaction is good. So according to me, online transaction is good because we know that we can also do our work sitting at home, and we can also save our time. And like said, Ritika said that hackers always available to hack the all the documents and like saving transactions. So according to me, it's not like that because we also know that there are a lot of things like banking transaction and like education transaction, and there are so many things which we are doing in online transaction. So it's not like that. Welcome to all, my name is Ritika Sharma, and today I want to tell you my own opinion about that online transaction is good or bad. So from my side, online transactions are good because in online transactions, in lockdown, online transactions is too much important, as Astha said, and I totally agree with you, Astha. As you said that online transaction is every time, not at some time. And you know that in online transaction we can do with any electronic device like laptop, computer, mobile, tab, and with other devices. And in online transaction we don't need to go somewhere, and we need to only pay, or anything we can do by the online transaction. So I think that online transaction is good.
I think that the online transactions are very much good because, as you all know, online transactions are very much easier and faster than like paying the cash. Because as you all know, if we use the credit cards and like debit cards, so we have to just give our VPN and swipe the card. And in the cash, like if we have to give to someone, so we have to go to him and then we have to give. But in online transactions, we have to give just like in the laptops we can pay easily or from our mobiles only. So from that thing also online transactions become very much easier and also very much usable. There are no such complaints about the online transactions about the hacks or the money gone to wrong order. So on that case also online transactions are much better. And online transactions, if used very much carefully, so there will not be any of the incidents just like hacking, etc. Because online transactions are totally connected with the banks, so that's why they are very much safe and very good to use. So that's why I think online transactions are good. Good afternoon to all. Today, Pratish Kondinia is going to tell you about on the topic online transactions are good or not. If I talk about online transactions, so in this the transactions are done online, are done in online manner. So if I talk about online transactions these days online transactions are very much, and most of the transactions are done online. And if I talk about online transactions, so there is also very much there is also very much danger that some hacker comes and they will hack our mobile, and they will also hack our money. And from that we should get aware. But in these cases hackers are using our OTP. That's why most of the mobile users are hacked due to that. If we will use it safely, so it will not do like that, and hackers will also not be able to hack our mobile phone. And if I talk about hackers, so hackers are very much intelligent and they know all the things. Once upon a time, One hacker also hacked Apple software, so it's very easy for him to hack our simple mobile phone. So that's why online transactions are not good for us. According to me, online transaction is good because, like, and Oja said that hackers are always available. Um, so according to me, it's not like that because yeah, there are so many hackers. They are sending anytime like OTP. Why we are giving on that time any OTP because we also know that hackers are available always. So according to me, we should not go any type of OTP, and we also know that if we are downloading any type of app, any type of installment, so we also need or some OTPs. And if we are doing like online transactions, so in that case we also need some OTP. So I think it totally depend on us, and we also, and without our permission, no one can send any type of OTP because we also know that because they if I am talking about like other apps, so first of all they take permission, and after that they send OTP. Without our permission, they can't send any type of OTPs. And if I talk about like in banking transactions, so there are so many transactions which we have do online, and this is also good for us because we can save our time and we can also save our money. If we need like 20,000 rupees, and in that case, before we should prefer like when we go to bank, and in that case we fulfill the form and then they give 20,000 rupees. But now government does so many things like ATM card, and we can also go ATM. And we also know that there are so many ATMs, so we can also take so many money, and like Google phone pay, there are so many things, so we can also transfer one to one person, and that is also good for us. That's all. Hello everyone, my name is Ishita Bhargava, and if I talk about my topic, so according to me, if I talk about my review, so online transaction is bad because if I talk about this topic, so when we do the online, like paying the bills, sending the money to others, or we can say anything. Then sometimes the hackers hack our money, or we can say our mobile phone, and it is very bad. Even if I talk about like we can do also the shopping from the mobile phone, but the quality of the product is not very much good as it is in reality. And if we talk about online shopping and online transmission, so according to me, if I talk about both, so both are not good because if I talk about in one side, sometimes hacker hack our mobile phone, and in another side, the quality of the product is not good. And if we talk about like transferring the money, so it is good. But if like we pay the bills like that only, and do not do anything online, so it will be more better for us. Even if sometimes we are also not able to send the money to other, or we can say pay the bills, we have to try it 2 4 times. And if I talk about that, so if I talk about like that, so we can also pay like that, like online transaction we can also. And if I talk about paying the bill, so we can pay like that, and there is hard exercise only. Even it is far, then we can use the mobile. Yeah, I totally agree with you, but I, but as you know that online transactions are too much better. It is having too much good things about online transaction. As I totally disagree with you, Pratyush, that you said that is having too much hackers that hack our bank or our account. So in that happens in online transactions. So there's having too much loss to us. So the online transaction are not bad. Yeah, I totally agree with this thing, but there's having too much good effects about online transactions. If we are talk about online transactions, it is too much better because there's having to transfer money in our bank account. We can check bank, and we can do other things, and we can also do online shoppings and some other uh,
works. And I think that when we are doing these things, online transaction by home, by in home, so how why we need to go to the market? And you know that is having too much problem to us to go to the market. So from these things, pollution will also in decrease, and we will do our home without any hard work. So I think that the online transactions is good. Hello everybody, I'm back to my next point. And my next point is about, if I talk about my next point, so from my side, the online transactions these are not good. I'm saying this because if we talk about after this point, so as she said about it when she went once to a cyber cafe, and he or she just came to her home and did all the online transactions, and even she filled the forms herself, as she was expert in the computer subject. So if we talk about my point, so I think that the person can be able to do the online transactions only if it is only when the person is well educated in computers, or it is having good knowledge of computer science. But if the person is not having any knowledge of computer science, so what will that person do? He or she would not be able to do any of the online transaction. Even if we talk about Dritika's point in the previous point, the previous point to the person said of the 18, so they said that in the online transactions we can sit at the home and we will not be able to do any of the hard work, and we can do it safely. So if we talk about my point, from my opinion, it's totally wrong, because if we will not do the hard work, so our body will also not be fit. And even if we talk about the hard work, so we'll also not get the habit of the hard work. We'll try to make the work more and more easier, and from which we would also know sometimes we get in the difficulties only when we try to make the things in a shorter way. That's why I can say that yeah, the online transactions are not good. These are bad, and we should go to the bank or other financial properties for doing all of our work. That's it, sir.
I think that online banking is very much better because, like, if online banking is there, so it allows you to, like, we can access anyone's account history or our account history to check whether the transactions were fair or wrong. So this is the, like, the quickest way to see whether, like, our transaction is cleared. And it also enables us to, like, find any unauthorized transactions more quickly, so you can dispute them easily. You can go to the police straight away, which makes more easier. And, like, internet banking is very much important also there, because, like, in my last point I told, it is very much easy to use and very much fast. And online banking, like, it will show us, like, our pending transactions. And if we will give everyone the cash, then we will also forget how much we give to them and how much we have to give. But in the banking, we never forget these type of things. So that's why I can say that online banking is good. If I talk about my next point, so in my last point, I said that hackers can hack our mobile phone and they can also check our all transactions with whom we are doing transaction. So I agree that online transactions are very very important in nowadays. Like all the large amounts transactions are also done in an online way, and that's also a good thing. And due to online transaction, we are also saving a lot of time, and we are just and we have to not just do hard work. We have to just open Google Pay and Google Pay and Phone Pay on our phone, and we will be able to pay the items, or we can say transaction, in a good manner. And there are also many disadvantages of online transaction. As I said in last point, that hackers are always available in the internet, and we don't know that who is hacking our mobile phone, etc. And if I talk about second disadvantage, as Kashmi was saying in her last point, that hard work is very much important in our life. So there is no need to become sluggish, or we can say sloth. We should not become sloth, and we should try to do hard work, because hard work is the key to success. And that's why I think that online transaction is not very much good.
So if I talk with my next point, so my next point is that online transaction is not good, it is bad, because if I talk about it, so there are so many hackers nowadays, and they track the OTP, or we can say hack the money cleverly, and it is very difficult us to find how they are hacking our money. If I talk about the we can pay anything like that, or we can do any uh, we can transfer money to anyone by giving that person the money. But actually it is not happen, because sometimes that person is very far from you. So in that case you can transfer the money from the mobile phone only. But if we talk about according to me, using mobile phone is not good, because sometimes your mobile hang sometimes, and you also don't remember like when you have sent it the money and another person argue with you. So that time nothing you are having to show. So that is also the problem. But if we talk about bank, so bank is very good, and you can transfer anything. Or we can say you can take the money from there also. So according to me, online transaction is very bad. Hello everybody, I'm back to my next point, and my next point is about, if we talk about my next point, so my next point is that if we talk about the Ashi's point, so Ashi is talking about that you're talking about the literated persons, or the people who can do the online transactions. So from my side, I think that what about the people who are not who are just illiterated, but they are still working in a government job, and even they don't know how to do the online transaction about the modern technology. So what will they do? Even if this question rise, and they can't do these types of transactions. And if we talk about someone from the B team, they said that the or many of the pollution would be also less if we will do the online transaction. So if we talk about this point, so from the online transaction, the pollution will not be less. It would be in a way increase only, as if we will use more and more our mobile phones, the battery would be low, and that much only will consume the electricity also. And when it will get cracked, or it will not work properly, so what will you do? You will throw it, and it will just form a lot of uh, the e-waste that we say. So it will form a lot of e-waste in on a place, which will form more and more pollution, which is not good for the environment, as well as for many of the places also on the earth. So from my side, online transactions, these are not the good things. And even if we want to be fit and healthy in our life, or we want the long lifespan, so we should be healthy first thing. And by doing these shortcuts, we cannot be healthy and fit. That's why I can say that online transactions are not good, and we should go from buy our food only if it is near. And we can also use the public facilities, like the buses and all other cabs, like these things. We can use them also, but we should not use our own vehicles. It's not a good thing. And even if we talk about online transactions, so in the transactions also, it causes a little bit pollution. But when our phone is even, or any of the electric device, it is cracked, then we throw it, so it produces also e-waste. And most of the phones and other electric devices, or the other devices that we use at our homes, these get just hacked, and then they stop working, they start hanging, and like these types of things. So that's why I can say that, yeah, the all these online transactions, these are not good. We should go by foot only if it is near, and you by using the public vehicle if it is far to our financial properties. That's it, sir.